What's up, everybody? It's DJ JoJo back with another episode of Harlem State of Mind podcast, where we spotlight people in one of the greatest communities in the world, Harlem, NYC. Today, I'm back at Angel Harlem, where food, culture, and community intersect. And I have a very, very special guest with me today. You already probably know him because he be doing his shit. He be everywhere. And he's an icon. But today, I'm very excited to bring C. King on the show.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for those kind words.
Of course.
I did not know I was an icon, so that's news.
Stop being humble, okay?
Look, I think now just embracing everything that I am to everyone else, and receiving the love and receiving the support. So yeah, big shout out to y'all, man. Big shout out to you for having me.
Of course.
I love this place.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's nice to me. I like it.
Well, thank you for your time today. I love your energy.
Thank you.
For the people that may not know you, just introduce yourself real quickly and just say what you do.
What's going on, family? Okay. What's going on, family? C. King here, and I am a entertainer, actor, comedian, singer. Born and raised in Harlem.
Hello.
You know what I'm saying? That's what we're here for. I am an all around positive, giving person. I just really love to see people smile, to see people happy, to see people walking in their purpose. I don't know. I love people. Until my social battery runs out. And I gotta go upstairs for 30 minutes and then come back down. So, but yeah, I love you guys. And fellow Harlemite here. You might have seen me on Wild 'N Out.
Hello.
You might have seen me in Man of the House, the stage play. You might have heard me on Equalizer 3 doing voiceovers for Denzel. You definitely heard me. You just don't know which lines.
Hello.
And that's a compliment.
That's tough. So you just listed mad things on your resume, and it's very impressive. So it's how did you even get into doing all those things? What brought you into wanting to do acting, wanting to be an entertainer, wanting to do social media stuff, just everything all around?
Well, I always wanted to take advantage of, what I did, and if I could make the people around me laugh, and there's just so much more joy to spread. And I didn't really jump into the Vine. I didn't jump into the YouTube as much, but I started seeing, groups like Dormtainment and King Batch and all these people, Emmanuel Hudson, when he was doing YouTube and stuff like that. And I was just like, man, I really want to start creating content. And back then when I started, Instagram was only 10 seconds.
Yeah.
So it was rough. It was rough. But over time I started to find, I'm glad that my first video didn't pop. I'm glad that I got to learn my aesthetic and what I feel good doing and not compromising. So it felt great. Yeah. That was how I kind of started and wanted to get in there.
What were some things that you learned about your crafts as you continued to just evolve with it?
What I learned about my craft was that it really can be whatever you want it to be, but you have to be mindful of what people could possibly take from it. So I didn't want content that was degrading. I didn't want content that was demoralizing. I didn't want to feel like, my family or friends would watch the video and be like, man, it was sold out, So I just wanted to make sure that that my content, in learning my content, I learned that spreading positivity was just the best thing for me consciously.
In this day and age of like social media playing such a big role in people's lives and artificial reality, like, do you ever get scared of cancel culture?
Oh man, Denzel said, he said, you can't cancel me if I don't subscribe.
Period.
You who you got following you right now? Come on now. You think that you can cancel me because you believe that I've subscribed. That's one click away. So yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. And your Denzel impression is really good.
Thank you. This is what is a great story behind that too. But if you want to get into that, but you're asking the question.
I definitely want to get into that.
Yeah.
But I really like that mindset too, because I feel like so many people, especially when it comes to content creation, like it's like almost like there's so much restrictions put on to people nowadays because of the fact that like anything can kind of like cancel you. And it's like people's digital footprints as well. Like it even scares me sometimes because I'm like, shit, I don't know what I was saying when I was like 14.
Yeah, I go back and I look at my Facebook statuses and I'm just like, delete that. But yeah, it's interesting because, you know, the times have changed. And at first I thought it was there was a tolerancy for certain things. I look back at, there's always this skit that you see now that people are like, man, if this came out now,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Like old like Dave Chappelle.
Oh my goodness. You know, there's a lot of his stuff, and he being one of my favorite comedians, I'm like, man, some of the stuff that made these craftsmen's careers would probably have broken them down in this day and age. So it's fun to see. It's fun to just like watch how careful everybody is now.
Right.
It's like, you know, nobody wants to be walking on eggshells, but at the same time, it's like who you are is who you are.
Exactly. And I feel like even though a lot of people do walk on eggshells now, there's still like, people respect genuineness.
Yes.
Genuineness, that's the word. Genuity.
Ingenuity. We're gonna figure this word out because I feel like this is not the first time you tried to say this word. Yeah. I watched it before, so we're gonna figure this word out before the day is over.
Yes,
okay.
Please. Help me.
Matter of fact, we're gonna do an Instagram clip, okay, for the page and say the word is
right. Whoever can comment what the right word is, I'll get them a drink at Angel Harlem.
See, bring the people in. And when are you DJing?
Every Saturday.
Every Saturday.
Hello,
so that's when you're going to get your free drink, okay?
I got you.
What they say?
Clock it. But no, I wanted you to get into that Denzel story.
So I started off doing a lot of stage plays. Shout out to Jermaine Smith. Shout out to Monique Lisa for putting on productions. And I used to tour a lot. And we would, in our downtime, we would always crack jokes, always making jokes. And I used to do impressions for them. I used to do Denzel. I used to do Hove.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sometimes I'll throw Hove in there. And even sometimes I would do a little 50, 50, 50, like he was one of the ones.
Yo.
They should talk business.
The way he's just going into each one, I'm like.
So, I used to watch a lot of Mad TV, and Ari Spears was the guy that I used to see him do impressions, and I was just like, yo, this guy is mad. I remember the first time I saw him do an Eddie Murphy impression. I saw him do a DMX impression. I saw him do a Denzel impression. I was just like, yo, I think this is how I knew it was possible. Then I started seeing guys like Frank Caliendo. I started seeing guys like, Jay Farrow. Jay Farrow is a proper,
he's
Affion Crockett, Godfrey.
Godfrey's tough. Godfrey's fire.
Godfrey's the only person I know who ever attempted what he did, Whoopi Goldberg.
Yo.
Whoopi, so my fans, and I was losing it, and I used to do this stuff, on tour, and then guys used to record it on their cell phones, and they would post it, and people would comment. So I was just like, you know what, this could be something that I use on my social media, and I had my pastor, Johnny McCann. Oh my goodness. Dr. J.G. McCann of St. Luke Baptist Church. He told me, he said, if you don't quit, you'll make it.
I love that.
If you don't quit, no matter what it is, if you don't quit, you'll make it. And we did a comedy show for his birthday. And then he went away on a cruise. And I'm like, man, I didn't go on a cruise. And I was just like, man, he poured so much into me. And then on the cruise, he passed away.
Damn. I'm so sorry to hear that. Rest in peace.
It was so wild to me. And I said, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. The man who just poured so much into me is now gone.
Yeah.
And
that must have been devastating.
It was crazy. I remember sitting just for 45 minutes went by, and I just was still. But I posted my last video the day before the day before his funeral. And it was Denzel doing Meek Mill's Dreams and Nightmares as a monologue.
Oh my God.
I did it.
Wait, I feel like I've seen that actually.
I used to pray for times like this.
Yes. No, I totally saw that video.
You know what I'm saying? So I said, okay, this is what I'm leaving social media with. And I turned my phone off. And the next day I went to the funeral. And I'm bawling. I'm like, yo, this soldier, this boulder, this rock of life and, positivity is now gone. I don't want anything to do with anything. And then after the funeral was over, everybody's coming up to me like, yo, congratulations. Yo, bro. Yo,
yeah, because I know that shit blew up.
Yo, and I didn't know. I didn't know. I had no clue. Twitter was going up. Complex Magazine posted, Double XL, Source, they all posted it. And I think I jumped from like maybe 5,000 followers to like 20,000 followers. And in the back of my mind, after I turned my phone back on and all the notifications came in the back of my mind, very loudly was, if you don't quit, you'll make it.
Yo, that just gave me chills. That's crazy.
If you don't quit, you'll make it.
Wow, what was the pastor's name again?
Dr. Johnny G. McCann.
Shout out to Dr. Johnny G. McCann.
Yeah.
That is, wow. That really just gave me like goosebumps.
Look, the church is not too far from here. If you're not doing anything later, there's a Bible study or something.
Oh, I would love to do that. I go to Renaissance Church actually.
I need to go.
Yeah,
that's a sign. This is like the 4th time somebody told me about Renaissance Church.
Really? Yeah, I was just there. I volunteer there as well. So you should definitely pop out sometime.
Yeah.
It's really good. Pastor Jordan, he's really good. But yeah, tap in, y'all. Renaissance Church. What's the name of your church?
The church I go to now is Bethel Gospel Assembly.
Bethel Gospel. Oh, I've heard of that church.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So, wow. What? Wow, I don't even
Where
know
do
where
we
to
go
go
from
from
here?
there. Oh, I'm like, I need to take a beat for a second.
Hey, y'all, this has been Harlem State of Mind.
Right.
Thank y'all.
Never quit.
Yeah.
Don't ever quit.
Word.
No, but all right. So, what was it like doing stage plays? Because I feel like that's so interesting. Like, I don't hear of a lot of people that do stage plays. Like, I used to do some acting myself when I was younger, but it was more like I was dancing, so I would dance in some shows.
Okay.
But it was definitely like an interesting experience for me, to say the least. So what was it like for you?
For me, it was, I've always wanted to do some sort of dramatic something. Like I'm the kid that acts out scenes, and, so you're not going to give me my money? That's what you're telling me? For no reason. I was just extra dramatic for no reason.
I love that.
So I got into it accidentally. My mother was working with this guy named Jermaine Smith, Jay Every Day, and he had a play called A Piece of Me.
Okay.
And I guess my mom was like, just assisting, or I don't know, she was like stage manager or whatever the case may be. And there was a role where one of the ladies had dropped out like maybe a month and a half before the show. So my mother said, I'll do it. And I used to help my mother with her lines.
Wow.
So I would read. And she was on vibe. And I used to help her with her lines and stuff like that. And it was to the point where I knew the script. A day before the show, another cast member drops out. Who knows the lines for the script and can fill in?
Look at God. Look at God.
So my first role, my first role in a stage play was Dr. Johnson.
Wow.
I was a young doctor. I didn't have a few lines. I had to sing a song. But yeah, and from then on, I learned every male role in that play. And then there was this one role that was played by this lady. I believe her name was Wendy McKenzie. No, maybe not McKenzie, but it was Wendy. I know her name was Wendy.
I like that name though, Wendy McKenzie.
Wendy McKenzie is actually an acting coach, if I'm not mistaken.
It sounds like a superstar name, Wendy McKenzie.
Yeah, she is a superstar. I actually love Wendy McKenzie. Sorry. But Wendy used to play this role, and it was the homeless person. And she used to have everybody cracking up, like dying laughing. And I said, man, I want to play that role, but the role is a woman. And I said this, I believe I said this to Jermaine one day, and he said, homeless person doesn't have a gender. There's not homeless lady, there's not homeless man, there's homeless person. So you can definitely play that role. He gave me that role, and I took it and ran with it. I
could see that.
On the spot all the time, like just every comedic moment I could take, I was like snatching it up. And it really became like, that's how I got bit for real by the comedy bug. And I'm not really like a stand-up person. I've done stand-up, I've done stand-up tours.
I was just about to ask you that.
Shout out to all my friends doing stand-up and are blowing up. Shout out to Chico. Shout out to DC. Shout out to Carlos. Shout out to 85 South.
Big up to all y'all.
Desi. All of those guys doing stand-up right now. Shout out to Rashad Bashir, my boy Fudge. Everybody doing stand-up right now has been like doing this thing and are committed to it.
And that shit does not look easy yet. Honestly, it looks terrifying.
It is horrifying. And even when I do good, my blood pressure be through the roof. Okay, because I'm stressed out. So I leave that to them. When I do stand-up, I enjoy it. I have a good time. But would I build my career off of doing stand-up? I probably wouldn't. Unless Kev on stage called me and was like, yo, let's do this thing. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to the big bro. Kev on stage, Tony Baker, all them guys to hear.
He's fine.
Yeah, I love those guys. But yeah, I did that role, and from then on, I started being able to use multiple talents that I had, whether it was singing, whether it was impressions, whether it was drama. I started to be able to use all of those things in stage plays and grew into just this charismatic character. Some of the roles were unsavory, and I don't mind, but it as long as you can get your story across as the writer has produced.
I love that. Brought you to Wildin'
Out? So I actually went to Wildin' Out the first time in, I believe, 2016. I think it was around 2016. And I was doing a play called Man of the House in Atlanta. And there was a beautiful comedian there. I think I just told myself. She was very funny. Her name was Pretty Ricky. And
shout out to her. Shout out to Pretty Ricky.
Yeah. And she was writing for Wildin' Out. and she had two of the writers come to the show in Atlanta, and they were like, "Yo, this dude, you got some chops, man. We'll either get to you tomorrow or we'll get to you in a month." And I was like, "I bet, cool." We were leaving Atlanta the next day. We got an hour into our trip, and they called and said, "Yo, can C King come to the studio right now?" And I called. My Uber was $100 to Tyler Perry Studios. I took that Uber. They left me. All of my cast members. They left me a little bit of money. They like sowing seeds money. They sold into me.
Wow.
I stayed with my homeboy Ryan Loomis. He took. I got to the studio. I met I met everybody. They took me backstage.
That's fire.
The EP sat me down and was like, "Yo, so you want to be down?" I said, "What y'all about to jump me in? Like, this is crazy. Now is huge." So he sat me down and was like, "Yo, man, you want to get out? Are you funny? Like, what's up?" And I was like, "Oh,
yo, that's crazy."
And I be yelling out. Yeah. So, it didn't work out. It didn't work out. I lost contact with Ryan, the guy that I was connected to, and I gave up on that dream. I started teaching during the pandemic. I started teaching music for a charter school up in the Bronx, and I used to play Wild 'N Out games with them.
Wow.
So we would do in the classroom.
That's fire. Oh my gosh. I bet you're such a lit teacher.
We were doing music videos and everything.
Oh my gosh, that's fire.
And by that time, I had already built my social media. So, shout out to the Apollo Theater. The folks over there were bringing Amateur Night back.
Okay, yeah.
And they invited me. And I think they strategically knew this because they knew the journey that I was on. They invited me to Amateur Night on the night that Capone and who else was hosting? Nick Cannon.
Wow.
Look
at God.
Look at them. Where they sat me was even strategic, right? Because they sat me in the fourth row in the center aisle, right next to the end of the row. Second half comes up, and Capone, big shout out to Capone, love you, man. He says, "Yo, I'm not supposed to do this, but yo, Nick, do you know who this guy is right here?" And Nick goes, "Turn the lights up." "Oh, that's C King." "Oh yeah, he's that dope impressionist from Harlem. Yo, he's a Harlem legend. He called me a legend."
Yeah.
Nick Cannon called me a legend. And he was like, "Yeah, man, yo, we need to have him on Wild 'N Out." I said, "Excuse me? Are my dreams about to come true right now? Are my dreams about to come true right now?" So he said, "Here's what we're going to do. We're going to make you audition. If you do good on those auditions, if we bring you, we're going to bring you in celebrity guests. If you did good those 2 episodes, we'll make you a regular cast member." And I was like, okay. I took off from work, left my students, did those 2 episodes, came back. The episodes aired, and then when they aired, I got my contract like the next day.
Wow.
And then I had to quit my teaching job. And my first official season of Wild 'N Out was season 19.
That is so crazy.
So crazy.
I really feel like the theme of your life is what your pastor said to you. Just
if you
never
don't quit, you'll make it. I'm telling you. I ended up seeing Nick, before that happened, I ended up seeing Nick if I tell you the full story, like there's a full story behind that. Okay, and y'all gonna have to, one day I'm gonna give you the full story, because
we're gonna have to do like a part 2.
Yes, we gotta do a part 2 when I come back. Okay, but yeah, it's been amazing. I've done season 18, 19, and 20, and 21, and episodes are still being released. So check us out, man. Check us out.
What's some of your favorite memories so far
on the show?
Yeah.
One of my favorite memories was doing the impression battle with Jay Farrow. And it was so funny because you got C King and Jay Farrow. The King and the Pharaoh. You see what I did?
Okay.
I was like, yo, this is the opportunity of a lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people had, you know, as people do, they try to put you up against somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I'm not against anybody. I'm with somebody. I'll
Right.
stand with somebody.
Like, y'all are about to make this iconic.
Yeah. So this was, you know, they thought it was the Clash, and we made it like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like, but in the end, it was like, nah, it's all respect.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with Ari Spears. Ari Spears in the beginning. Ari Spears is one of the reasons my YouTube page is monetized.
Mm.
But back to that. That was one of my favorite moments. Also being up there with Kirk Franklin and Ty Tribbett.
Oh yeah,
Oh my gosh. Legends. Like those things really made me feel like, okay, it's happening now.
Yeah. That's so fire. And it's crazy how, like, I feel like journeys like this, like, it's so, like, poignant that it happened in Harlem, too. Like, the fact that it happened at the Apollo Theater. Nick Cannon's calling you a Harlem legend. Now we're on Harlem State of Mind podcast.
You know,
like, it's really, like, the connections are crazy. And so the next thing I want to ask you is, what do you think, how has your Harlem upbringing like affected the way that you just like go about life and how you've chased these different routes?
I met a lot of gentlemen like in Harlem. And contrary to a lot of people's beliefs, these gentlemen were part of the reason that I am the way I am today.
Mm-hmm.
One of those gentlemen being Pastor Darren A. Ferguson. Dad. I'll call him Dad, you know. Wasn't my birth father, but in a lot of ways raised me to be a gentleman. And I didn't know that almost that, in a lot of cases, that was like a Harlem standard, you know. My Harlem upbringing was one where I was very impressionable. And I thought I had to be this thing. And I was a try-hard. I was a try-hard. I was corny.
We've been there. We've all been there.
Man. Oh man. I was a stinky little booty little boy. Like, I was the long, dirty white tee, do-rag. I had a do-rag on with afro. What am I doing? What am I doing?
I need pictures.
Oh gosh. I had this Paco hoodie that I always wore. I bought these K-Swiss from El Mundo up the hill. And I bought these K-Swiss, and I knew nobody wore K-Swiss. So I took a Sharpie, and I drew over one of the lines.
No. Yo, he just got real with us right there. Damn, how old were you?
I was like 14, 15.
All right, I mean.
I drew over one of the lines to make it look like, because I wanted some shell toes so bad. And I just didn't have it. Them K-Swiss with $10, okay? With it, I bought it and a mouse fell out.
Nah.
Okay? Listen what I'm telling you. This is my state of mind. And I wanted to be this thing. I wanted to be this thing so bad. And I'm glad that I didn't become what I thought I wanted to be. I'm glad that I got around real gentlemen. I'm glad that I got around real speakers. I'm glad that I went to the jails that I went to and met a lot of the inmates and all of that stuff. I'm glad that I was shown another route. You know, I just feel like that all of that ties into where I am and what I am today. So big shout out to the sidewalks. Kept me out the streets.
That was like very prolific. I was, I like that. That was so. You were talking about. You were talking about going to different prisons and talking to inmates and how that's like helped shape you as well. What inspired that? And what was that like? And are there any like stories that really stuck with you?
Yeah. There were a lot of places we went. Sing Sing, Rikers, Arthur Kill Correctional Facility. Um, traveling with Darren Ferguson, who was incarcerated for 9 years, and then to see him become a pastor, that was unheard of, and still be an amazing father.
Wow.
I remember going to sing at Sing Sing. We were going to sing, and we were singing for the inmates, and one of the girls broke down crying while we were singing. And, afterwards we were like, what's wrong? And she was like, I haven't seen my uncle in years. And I never knew where he was. And he's sitting in the 5th row.
Wow.
And wanting them to be able to make that connection, but there's a certain line you can't cross.
Right.
Wanting them to make that connection and seeing like, yo, that ain't what I want. That ain't what I want. The experience, like walking in there with inmates, some of these guys are doing life. You got a green jumpsuit on, you got an orange jumpsuit on, you probably won't see outside again. And here you are giving God praise. I'm seeing Pastor Ferguson and this dude named Zaki. Zaki, put your hands like this. That was Zaki's hand. Our hands together. Zaki is that big.
Man.
And he had all of it, everything under control. And then he came home, and then he became a minister.
Wow.
So I'm seeing all these guys, like my pastor used to tell me, a boy won't know what it is to be a man until he sees a man. And I'm grateful that I was surrounded by men.
That's beautiful. I love that. You were really dropping a lot of gems today.
Love you, Pop.
Pastor Ferguson. Shout out Pastor Ferguson. I'm gonna have to, he's still
alive. He has a church on 147th, Macedonia. He is their new pastor.
I'm gonna have to go check him out because he sounds like a very dope individual.
Oh man, very dope.
All right, so we have a little game that we play here.
I love games.
So it's Harlem State of Mind podcast. So we got to bring it back to Harlem.
Word.
Harlem, born and raised. So it's finish the sentence, right?
Okay, about to lose.
You can't lose.
Okay.
Unless you say some like fugazi shit. You can't lose.
That was so Harlem just now. So New York. So New York.
So finish the sentence. I'm going to say something blank. You fill in the blank, okay? Harlem isn't Harlem without blank.
Bacon, egg, and cheeses.
Okay. On a roll?
Yeah.
Or on a hero?
On a hero, because I'm extra greedy.
Hello.
You smell me? That's how I got the way I am. That's how I got here.
Where's the best spot to get a bacon, egg, and cheese?
Any store where you say, yo, Ock.
And he's like, what's up? All right, say less. Since Harlem's the flyest, I got to ask you this. You're not from Harlem if you don't have blank in your closet.
That's a few things. You're not from Harlem if you don't got a pair of ups in your closet. You're not from Harlem if you don't got an old North Face, an old Pele. If you don't got a pair of ACGs in your closet, if you don't got a pair, remember A Solos? If you don't got a pair of Butters in your closet, it don't matter if you don't wear them to work, but if they, how the back part be leaning a little bit, even if you got them in your closet, you're not from New York if you don't have these things in your closet.
So I gotta ask you. You said ups first, and the other show that I co-host on with Superstar J, he loves to ask the guests this question. So, Superstar J, if you're watching this, don't get mad at me for stealing this.
Okay.
But he says that the youngins today are saying that the white ups are dad shoes. How do you feel about that?
I'll tell you exactly why they're dad shoes, okay? And this might get a little gentrification-ish, okay? Harlem and ups have a very special relationship, right? It wasn't until certain people started treating ups as walk out to the store shoes. When I tell you, when ups was really hitting, they had to be fresh, they had to be clean.
Mm-hmm.
When people started dogging them, and started wearing them, look like
beaters.
Oh my gosh. I seen people start wearing ups like Yeezy slides, and it was so annoying. That's when people started to really be like, nah, them joints is cooked. That's why it became the dad shoe that it is in some of the youth mind, right? So if you see me with a fresh pair of ups, call me Unc.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
And it's okay to be Unc.
It's okay to be Unc. Hey, come on now.
Okay.
I remember I was walking down the block. This is it. I didn't embrace it then. But I was walking down the street and I had my bike with me. And this young dude like kind of hit my bike a little bit. He's like, yo, my bad, OG. I said, sir, watch where you going.
My bad, OG.
My bad, OG.
My fault, OG. Yo. Damn. No, but that's good, you know? Respect.
I think the way I responded even sounded old. Be careful. Just watch it. Watch where you going next time, young boy. I couldn't even help it. I was just like, dang, OG. The kid didn't even look like really young.
Damn.
He had a full beard. And mine mine don't even connect like that. Right. If I shave this off, I'm 17 again.
Damn. How far apart age you think y'all were?
It had to be. It was probably like 10, maybe 12 years, but
okay, so that's not.
OG.
Yeah, that's a little dry. I wouldn't call you OG. You still seem young to me.
I'm young.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like now in today's day and age, like people want to age people so fast. It's like the 20s are the new 30s, 30s are the new 40s. But then at the same time, 30s are the new 20s. So
you feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Take that. Yeah. Youngsters.
So last one. If you're looking for an authentic Harlem spot to pop out to, you want to go to blank.
Authentic Harlem spot to pop out, to pop out and chill?
Yeah, pop out, chill, get some food, get some drinks,
get some drinks.
Good vibes.
Dang, I feel like I'm about to name all the places that I work at. Yeah, you want to come to Angel?
Hello.
I mean, that was a trick question, no? Okay. You want to pull up the Angel? You want to pull up the Boulevard?
Mm-hmm.
You want to pull up to, Melba. I love Melba. I give me a good little chicken.
Yeah, shout out to Melba's. Yeah. That's an iconic spot.
But yeah, I feel like it's mad spots.
Shout out to Boulevard too. Sundays at Boulevard is fire.
Yeah, Sundays here.
Sundays here. Oh my gosh, duh. Sundays here is fire too. Hello, y'all want to pop out?
Saturdays here
too. COG. It's like nah. See Twin.
Yeah. Twin. The use of Twin nowadays is crazy. Yo, what's on it, Twin?
Nah. In the cut with my twin, we be vibing.
I'm surprised I caught that man quick. Because I seen people doing that and I thought they were saying like loser. I was like, nah, that's just okay. Cool.
No, that's the OG in you though.
Yeah. I thought that was calling me loser the whole time. I was insulted.
No. You could never be a loser. What? You're an icon. You're him. You're him Jones.
Him Jones.
Hello. Timothy Chalamet.
Hemi Neutron.
Hemi Neutron. All right. Yo, I don't want to keep you here for too long, but I really love your story. I love your energy. What advice do you have for the youngins of Harlem that do want to go into the creative industry but may feel discouraged sometimes?
One, if you don't quit, you'll make it.
Hello.
Let's cycle back on that. And two, I heard Denzel recite this quote. True, I'll say it like Denzel.
I was about to say, can you do it?
True desire in the heart for anything good is God's proof to you sent beforehand to indicate that it's already yours. I'll say that one more time.
No, please. Sorry.
True desire in the heart for anything good is God's proof to you sent beforehand to indicate that it's already yours. If it's in your heart to do and it's positive, I can guarantee you it came from God.
I love that.
Also, we love Harlem, but it is not such a bad thing to live and learn outside of what you've grown up around. You can do so much with the knowledge that you obtain from outside of your environment and bring it back and grow where you came from. Love God, trust God.
Heavy on that.
Yeah.
Is Denzel your favorite impression?
Actually, I love doing it now. I love doing it even more now. But my first and my favorite impression was Dave Chappelle.
Oh, wait. Can we get a little bit of that one?
Hey, gang, what's happening?
No, what?
That's right, we're back, man. Hey, man, they tried to cut us off, but they can't stop us. That's right. That's crazy. It was loony.
You just took me out. I was not expecting that.
That was my first like.
Oh my gosh.
Shout out to me and my boys. We used to watch Chappelle Show all the time.
Yeah.
And we would come back to school the next day and just tell Chappelle jokes that was on the Chappelle Show.
That's
And
fine.
that's how I got started, man. That was the main reason. That's how this thing happened, baby. I can guarantee. I stand by it, as Denzel would say.
I love that. I love the Real World skit that they did with the white
Oh
people.
my
That's my
gosh.
favorite one.
Oh my gosh.
That one was iconic.
Because Charlie Murphy, I was really like scared of Charlie Murphy. Yeah, son. You have to calm down. Have to step into my world. That's the real world, son. Yeah. And my brother didn't do nothing. Rick James just thought I was just that cat to steal on. So I had to tell him he had his ring. You know what I'm saying? It said Unity commemorates the song that he came out with. I tell you, I put my foot so far up Rick James.
Yo, bro, you are
Just
hilarious.
Having fun.
You know, I think I have a pretty good Shakira impression. All right, I just got my wisdom teeth out, so if it sounds crazy, don't judge me, okay? Ole, 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 ole.
Why? Okay, my mind said she's gonna do that. My mind, and it was perfect.
Thank you.
It was on point.
Thank
Matter of
you.
fact, clip this and rate this. That's the
Right,
clip.
yeah,
That's,
rate my impression.
that's one of the clips to promote this episode. Okay, clip that. I want y'all to rate her Shakira impression in the comments. Okay.
Yeah, let me know. Hire me.
Yeah.
Got this. Yo, it's been so real talking
It's
to
been
you,
really
C
dope.
King. You're
Really
dope.
Thank you.
We got to get you back on the pod.
Yes. Part 2.
Part 2. Don't forget to comment how the fuck we say genuine to genuineness.
That
Genuineness.
genuinity.
Hello. But thank you so much for your time today.
you.
Thank you for your impressions. Thank you for the wisdom.
Thank you.
For everything.
Can we close out with a freestyle?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say a word and then you rhyme with that. It's like in the classroom.
Oh my God. Okay. I'm not good at this, but we'll try it.
Check it. I'm in my grind on the classroom.
I'm on time in the classroom.
She on my mind in the classroom.
I'm trying to whine in the classroom.
Hey, I'm trying to dine in the classroom.
Yo, it's Harlem State of Mind Podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Yes.
Till next time, y'all, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And keep it real.
Word. Peace out.
Deuces.
Straight like that.
Yo, thank you so much. You are mad cool. I fucks with you.
Thank you. You know what I'm saying?
That was fire.
Yeah, this was fun.